Okay, let's talk trash.
Trash.
Specifically your trash.
Okay.
And how it magically transforms from a soggy cereal box into a pristine notepad.
Ah, the magic of recycling.
Exactly.
I assume you're referring to our deep dive today, the curious case of the Froth Flotation Deinking Operator.
You got it.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's guide makes this whole career sound surprisingly fascinating.
Yeah.
Initially, I pictured someone in a factory just, hosing down old newspapers.
Right.
But it turns out there's way more to it.
Absolutely.
Right.
This role sits right at the intersection of sustainability and some serious science.
Yeah.
And with the demand for recycled products skyrocketing,
Oh, yeah.
it's a career path with a lot of potentials.
Okay, so no more beating around the recycling bin.
Right.
What does a froth flotation dinking operator actually do all day?
Imagine this.
Yeah.
A massive tank filled with recycled paper pulp.
Okay.
Our operator is the maestro of this operation, controlling the delicate process of removing ink from that pulp so it can be reborn as new paper.
Sounds messy.
It can be.
How do they even begin to separate ink from paper fibers that have been, mashed together?
That's where the froth flotation part gets really interesting.
Okay.
They heat this watery pulp to a specific temperature, then introduce air bubbles.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Are we giving old newspapers a bubble bath now?
Kind of.
Really?
But these aren't just any bubbles.
Okay.
They're designed to attract ink particles.
Interesting.
Like static cling, the ink latches onto those bubbles,
Okay.
which then rise to the surface, carrying the unwanted ink away.
So it's this delicate dance of chemistry and physics.
Exactly.
RoleCatcher mentioned needing knowledge of froth formation and removal techniques.
Right.
What does that entail?
It's about understanding the why behind the how.
Okay.
Our operator isn't just pushing buttons. They're monitoring chemical reactions,
Right.
adjusting temperature and airflow to optimize the process.
So they really have to be on top of it.
Yeah, you could say that.
Interesting.
Too few bubbles and you don't get all the ink. Too many and you risk losing valuable paper fibers.
Okay, so there's
It's all about finding that balance.
a real precision involved.
There is.
This isn't your average set it and forget it kind of job.
No, not at all.
What about the work environment itself?
The guide was pretty clear. Expect a factory or plant setting.
Okay.
That means potential exposure to chemicals, loud noises, and the need for protective gear.
Okay.
Safety is paramount in this line of work.
Of course.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So we've got someone who's part chemist, part engineer, part environmental crusader.
Right.
That sounds way more demanding than just sorting recyclables.
It is.
What's a career trajectory look like for someone in this role?
It's a good time to be in the de-inking game.
Really?
The RoleCatcher guide points to a growing demand for skilled operators.
Okay.
As sustainability climbs higher on everyone's agenda, that demand is only going to increase.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
We're all drowning in packaging these days.
That's true.
Everything gets recycled from milk cartons to those little berry containers.
Exactly.
Right.
And someone's got to operate the machines that give those materials a second life.
That's true.
The guide highlights potential advancement paths, too.
Oh, really? Like what?
An ambitious operator might move into a supervisory role,
Okay.
overseeing a whole team,
Makes sense.
or they could specialize in a particular aspect of the de-inking process,
Okay.
becoming the go-to expert on, say, optimizing chemical mixtures for different types of paper.
So you could really become like a master of pulp.
You could say that.
It's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
But let's talk brass tacks.
Okay.
Does the guide mention anything about salary expectations for a froth flotation dinking operator?
It's a bit vague on specific numbers, unfortunately.
Okay.
Salaries can vary based on experience, location, the size of the employer, that kind of thing.
Right, of course.
But the guide does use the phrase good salary, which
Okay.
implies it's a career with decent earning potential,
Okay.
especially given the growing demand.
Right,
Yeah.
fair enough. And this is where a tool like RoleCatcher becomes invaluable, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Their whole platform seems designed to give job seekers a serious leg up in navigating this landscape,
Absolutely.
whether they're aiming for a career in de-inking or something completely different.
It can apply to anything.
Yeah.
What I find fascinating is how RoleCatcher takes a holistic approach.
Okay.
It's not just about blasting out resumes.
Right.
It's about empowering you with the information and resources you need to stand out from the competition.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's break it down.
Okay.
What specifically can RoleCatcher do to help someone land that coveted Froth Flotation Deinking Operator position?
Their CV resume builder is a game changer.
Oh,
And it's not just some glorified template.
right.
It uses AI to tailor your resume to the specific job you're after.
Oh, wow.
So if you're going for that de-inking gig, the AI analyzes the job description, pinpoints the key skills and experience they're looking for,
Okay.
and helps you highlight those aspects in your resume.
So it does the work for you.
In a way,
That's amazing.
it's like having a professional resume writer who speaks fluent hiring manager.
That sounds incredibly helpful,
Oh, it is.
especially since those job descriptions can be so dense and jargon-filled sometimes.
Oh, tell me about it.
But what about prepping for the interview itself?
Right.
Those can be nerve-wracking even when you know your stuff cold.
Of course.
Right.
RoleCatcher has you covered there, too.
So it's like having a personal interview coach in your back pocket, prepping you for those tricky questions.
Exactly.
RoleCatcher seems to be all about using tech to demystify the job search process.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it goes even further. Remember how we were discussing the importance of specialized skills in the de-inking world?
Right.
RoleCatcher actually has a feature that analyzes your skills
Okay.
and compares them to those required for different jobs,
Okay.
including this one.
Oh, wow.
This helps you identify any gaps in your skill set,
Right.
giving you the chance to address them through targeted training or experience.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So you can proactively fill those gaps and become an even stronger candidate.
Exactly.
And it's not just about applying for jobs.
Yeah.
You can actually get on the radar of potential employers.
You're right.
Right.
Yeah.
One of their most interesting features is called Get Discovered.
Okay.
If you opt in, your profile becomes visible to registered employers who are actively searching for candidates with your specific skills and experience.
It's like flipping the script on the traditional job hunt.
Right.
Instead of sending out resumes and hoping for the best, you're basically putting yourself directly in front of companies who are already looking for someone like you.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's a much more proactive and targeted approach.
That's amazing.
And the beauty of RoleCatcher is that it isn't just for seasoned professionals.
Okay.
It's incredibly valuable for those just starting their careers, too.
How so?
Imagine you're fresh out of school, passionate about sustainability, and intrigued by this whole de-inking process.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's career guides, like the one we've been dissecting today, can be a fantastic roadmap.
Cool.
They break down career paths, outlining the required skills and qualifications,
Okay.
and even offering advice on how to get your foot in the door.
That must be so helpful for someone who's just starting to explore their options.
It can be a huge help.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like having a personalized career counselor at your fingertips.
exactly.
Right.
And let's not forget the importance of networking.
Right.
RoleCatcher allows you to manage your contacts, which is essential for building relationships within your chosen field.
Okay, that's huge.
And with those interview prep tools we discussed, you can walk into any interview feeling confident and prepared,
Yeah.
regardless of your experience level.
This has been incredibly eye-opening.
It has.
I have to admit, I had no idea. The world of froth flotation de-inking was so complex, vital, and frankly, cool.
Right.
What's the biggest takeaway for you?
For me, it's the realization that even something as seemingly mundane as recycling paper involves cutting-edge technology and highly skilled individuals.
This career challenges our preconceived notions of what a factory job entails.
Okay.
It's a potent reminder that there are fascinating and impactful careers hidden in plain sight, often in fields we rarely consider.
So true.
Yeah.
And for our listener out there, if this deep dive sparked your curiosity, just imagine what other unexpected career paths are out there waiting to be discovered.
Endless possibilities.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the often overlooked world of Froth Flotation Deinking Operators.
It's been my pleasure.
Of course.
Always happy to delve into the unexpected.
And for you listening, here's something to ponder.
Okay.
Maybe your dream job isn't what you think it is.
Interesting.
Think about the problems you're passionate about solving.
Okay.
There might be a career out there you haven't even considered that perfectly blends your interests with making a real-world impact.
Love that.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.